overseas, and the Prime Minister was there yesterday for the internship program that's being put on by TSTT, about 600 young people being able to benefit from that great program. Well done, actually, to TSTT in that regard, and I join in with the Prime Minister when she called on other corporate entities to follow suit, to put forward that kind of initiative. So we'll get to that later on. But again, you know, the focus is on, I guess, making sure everybody is regularized, and only those who I would imagine run afoul of the law would be in problems. But, you know, our neighbors from Venezuela, they are here, well integrated so far. You know, they're part of the whole economic wheel. They keep it turning. I mean, most out there working, putting in the hours, especially the men, long, hard hours, hard work, and be able to get through. And, you know, I always ask, in terms of my locals, people who born and grew up here, if you think you will get something for just rocking back, it's not going to work that way. And if, you know, we look at the example of the Venezuelans, mind you, some of them, and again, we ask for employers, the local employers, to treat with them with a level of respect and to pay them best rate, because sometimes people are taking, well, I can't even say they're taking, is what they're being offered. You know, sometimes it's small money, but these guys out here still putting in some long hours, putting in the work, and give them a couple of years, you'll see how they, you know, they'll start to build enterprise and sort out themselves. I mean, hard work, huh? It literally boils down to hard work, and I think we have become very comfortable, very entitled, very relaxed. You go to other parts of the world and you see how Trinbagonians, we also put in some long hours and put in some hard work. So there is that particular momentum, you know, within us to put in the hours. But for some reason, we a lot of times, and this is not only exclusive for Trinbagonians, it seems that when they're in their home, in their particular zone, they seem to be a little more relaxed. The Venezuelans do have that luxury. They put in long hours and they work hard, and I'm happy that they will stay and, again, contribute. And let's be real, this movement between Trinidad and Venezuela is not a recent thing. This has been going on for centuries. Many, if you look at your own family history, you will see some great-grandfather, great-grandmother, somebody would have made their journey donkey years ago from south of the border. So at least for now, I can't even say for now, the migrants are safe, and we give thanks in that regard. I'm looking at a development yesterday. Ian Wason and I believe Kejan Haynes were able to capture this, a man snatching a chain, right, running off. I think a fella walking with his girlfriend or a female colleague. Well, the young fella, very brave, very fit, run down the man, hold him down in a headlock, and wait for the police to arrive. That story actually here is on the front page. It says, citizens arrest. A man identified as Josiah, seated at left, subdues a thief on the Brian Lara promenade. Imagine hot, hot sun. And I go back to the whole concept of working now, right? The people who, they get up and their particular mandate is to take from someone so they could eat when the day comes around. Now we can work with that. That in itself is risky. It's unfair to the person that you're going to grab something from. It's just not going to work out. And now, obviously, this young man will have to face the court for trying to thief jewelry in Port of Spain in the hot, hot sun, when you could have go out and contribute and make something happen. And many would say, well, you know what, where's the opportunity? The fact is, we can make something happen. There must have better ways than getting up and going and grab somebody, purse, grab the jewelry, that kind of correct criminal activity. And sometimes it's older guys, you know, dons sending people out to do this kind of evilous work now. So we're not on it. And I guess it's a wake-up call. And again, a brave young man, citizens arrest. I wouldn't advise that for everybody here, because sometimes that could go a whole different direction. But nonetheless, I guess the adrenaline, the momentum for Josiah, he decided to go behind the would-be thief. We're looking at other developments. CPAP contractor appeals judge's ruling. That story on page 6. And as mentioned, the program there hosted by TSTT, the leadership internship function, future leaders internship function, 600 interns aged around 17 to 21. Went yesterday to the Diplomatic Center. They heard from the Prime Minister, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. They heard from Dwayne Bravo. They had the likes of young brother Iowa George performing. Really a program to give the young people a little first taste of the workspace, of the work environment, and give them some encouragement. The story on the migrants is on page 5, by the way, and you're getting perspective from different people, human rights activists, different folks who are involved in that conversation. So that's a great read on page 5. Let's head to the back page. We'll look at the Pan Am Games. And let me tell you, well, the Pan American Games, not Pan Am, Pan American Games. And we have our very own Wallace there, bringing home the bronze, all smiles. She's on the right-hand side. We congratulate Wallace, Blackman, all the athletes out there making us proud. Okay, this are no easy games. This is, I mean, we're talking about the best of the best. People from Brazil, Argentina, that side of the world, and they bring in their A game. So in that regard, congratulations. Also congratulations to Nikki Puran, Nikki P, now the captain of the TKR. Congrats to him. We look forward to great action. Of course, the CPL off and running. And the games, from what I'm hearing, it's from next week. We're down to some serious action. And all games, from what I've heard, it's down south, Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Let's have a great one for the TKR. Well, at least for CPL and, of course, TKR, we wish them the best going in to the tournament for 2025. As mentioned, that young leaders, that leadership internship program, that's the focus on page 3 via our brief this morning. A picture there of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and young brother. And the Prime Minister promises to reboot youth programs with AI focus. And I'm happy to hear that because, let's be real, the youth programs that were introduced during the last administration under the vision and stewardship of the Ministry of Youth with Foster Cummings, some amazing programs there. You had like Amplify and Hoist and a couple different programs giving young people a chance to step into the workspace, or at least to give them a sense of hope. So if indeed some of these programs will continue, that is indeed a good look, a step towards continuity of programs that make sense. And when it comes to young people, there must be some kind of initiative, something in place so that we can train them, get them ready for the real world. And if the Prime Minister says the AI discussion and the AI focus is going to be part of that, well, it's a win-win. So that story here develops. Darius Polo gave us that story, and that is on page 3 inside today's Guardian, Friday, the 15th August, 2025. As promised, Dr. Diane Douglas, as we unpack the results. It's a day of serious nerves, and results bring about a certain kind of anxiety. So let's hear from clinical psychologist Dr. Diane Douglas about results. That's out today for our Form 5 students. See you soon.
Discover a breakthrough in healthcare at Liberty Medical Center, where expert care is affordable. See top specialists in endocrinology, diabetes care, dermatology, psychiatry, psychology, urology, obstetrics, and gynecology. We offer ultrasounds, x-rays, and ECGs. With full diagnostic services, an in-house pharmacy, and compassionate care, you'll leave feeling better than you came in. Visit us at 154 Pointe de Pierre Road, San Fernando, or call 610-4562. Liberty Medical Center. Your health, our mission.
There's a new Cricks back with colors that pop. Huh? Yeah, say colors that pop. Same great Cricks that's in all your shops. Shop, all your shops. Fresh new look, delicious to see. It looks so good, it's delicious to see. With toppings on top of time, I'm real hungry.
Yeah, boy, real hungry.
Cricks, new pack is a hit. Best food, yeah, so no sick. Ready for the short thing to fix your mix? Just reach for the new pack. Reach for your Cricks. Get your Cricks today. New look, same vital supplies.
Did you know that many girls still lack access to period products and miss up to a year of school? Together we can spread the word and change that reality. For every pack of Always you purchase, we donate a pad to girls in need. Help us empower the next generation to rise, learn, and be the best expression of herself at her full potential. ways.
Advance your career and increase your earning potential with the University of Bedfordshire's MBA program at CTS College. This UK-accredited MBA is globally and ACTT recognized and is the most affordable in Trinidad and Tobago. With 6 intakes per year and the option to study 1 unit at a time, you can complete the general MBA or one of 6 specializations in 12 months. And with flexible entry requirements and payment options, students with various backgrounds can enroll. Contact CTS College today and find out how you can get $12,000 off.
Great deals with PRW Back to School. Save big with laptops starting from $3,100. Sky 7-inch tablet only $465. Need a printer? We've got it starting from $625. Get a 40-inch RCA TV only $1,850. 19.5-inch LG monitor $699. Secure your home with our security combo starting from $3,000. Call PRW today 285-9779. Check us in store for keyboards, webcams, stationery, and lots more.
Hey, welcome back to the program. Let's touch base with clinical psychologist Dr. Diane Douglas. She joins me on the Zoom line this morning because preliminary CXC results are out today. And with that comes a certain level of excitement, anxiety, and everything in between. Dr. Douglas, good morning. Always a joy to have you on the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Jason. It's good to be here.
That's right.
Not at this hour, Jason, but it's still good to be here.
Always a treasure. Let me ask you, because students much older, compared to, let's say, the SEA students, and with CXC, it's sometimes 2 exams, you'll have 2 papers, SBA sometimes it's taken into consideration. So a student must know, in a way, how the results should come. I mean, you must know your performance on the day. So I guess they're going into this with a sense of, at this 99th hour, you can't expect miracles, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, Jason, let's build the context in which the current students are receiving their results this morning. All right? Or I think later today, I think maybe about 1 o'clock or so, they're supposed to be receiving their results. You have students who knew the online world of COVID, if you recall, all right? So they would have experienced that.
Yeah, they started in Form 1 during COVID, in the heights of COVID. This is the students of 2020. Yeah.
Yes, they started in the heights of COVID. And then you have a situation where the world has shifted, especially in North America. There has been a big shift. So you're suddenly realizing if you have ambitions to study in the US or Canada and even UK, it seems to be that international students are a special focus and also seem to be sometimes an endangered species. All right, yes. You have the situation, of course, with social media and AI coming into play. And you have, on one hand, this view that anything is possible, which is being projected by media. But then you also have the reality that there are these challenges that may not make it as easy for you to succeed. Sometimes you're hearing that the very subjects that you took may be obsolete because of what AI is doing to the job market. So this morning, Jason, you find that I have a lot of empathy for our 5th form students and our 6th form students as they receive their results today. It's a very different world, Jason, than when you or me growing up. Very, very different world.
But I must, but just to build on the discussion, I think there would be a sense of kind of knowing, because I recall there were certain papers that you felt good about it. You left the exam with a sense of pride. You said, okay, what I prepared for, it came and I was able to hit it out of the park. And others might have been a bit tough. So I think with these older students, that's why I started off by saying that you can't go there expecting a miracle on something that you didn't really feel confident about. So I think most students, I'm hoping at least, if they're real with themselves, and are they at that age, do they have the capacity, Doc, based on your clinical research, to have that kind of assessment, that personal real-time assessment, to kind of know in advance what might be coming via these result slips today?
I think a number of students would say, I think I pretty much know what my results would be. But there are always surprises, Jason. There are always surprises. There are those students who thought they did not do well and they turned out that they did well. And then there are those students who thought they did very well and they didn't. So while you will have a number of students who pretty much know what the results will be based on a more realistic assessment, there are always surprises. There are always surprises,
Yeah.
And also, you're looking at the preparation time. For those students who had a lot of resources in order to prepare, might be very different for the student who did not have the same resources. So, for example, today, you have students who are looking out for results, family members who are looking out for results, teachers who are looking out for results, and then, of course, the lessons teachers who are looking out for results. That's a huge culture, the lessons culture, that the students would be a part of. Yes?
Understood. What about the student you mentioned, the latter? Well, of course, the former being the student who was, they went in and seen all great passes. You feel good about yourself. But what about that student who it's not exactly what they expected, and they might go into a place of real disappointment? And more so, the people, all those who are expecting these results. You mentioned parents, lessons teachers, your teachers at school. Because remember, CXC results, it's that transition to higher learning. And sometimes there are many students, unfortunately, this is the end of the road for formal education for them. And sometimes it's really based on results. You do have that impetus or encouragement to really go on. You don't want to put yourself through that kind of anguish anymore.
Mm-hmm. You see, Jason, you are hitting it spot on. This is different than SEA results. SEA results is a transition to 5 years of secondary school. With these results, you have the issue of decisions for the future.
Life-changing decisions too, Dr. Douglas. Life-changing decisions.
Life-changing decisions, you're quite right. So there are those who have to consider the workplace, and then there are those who are considering university, and then there are those who are considering sixth form, whether this is what they want to go on to do. And what you've found is that you have different groups of students. You have the students who pretty much want to go on to sixth form from 5th to 6th. But in order to go on to sixth form, you have to have the combination of subjects that your school would be offering if you want to stay in the same school. Then there are students who don't have that combination, and now they have to look for other schools with sixth forms in order to go on there. Then you have those who have completed CAPE in what we call upper 6, and now they are looking at university options for them. Quite a few students, Jason, have already sought out their university options. And some students have gone into upper 6 already being accepted at university. So this is important to know, all right? So those who pretty much are on that trajectory and know what is going to happen next are going to receive results very different from those who might be now starting the journey as far as university and wondering which university they might be accepted to in an environment where some of the popular universities in the world, either situated in the UK or in the United States or Canada, you're seeing much more stringent visa rules for these students.
Yeah, understood.
But when you look at the fifth form students who may not have gotten the results that they want, that is a group where it's so important to say to them, do not despair. Do not despair. Sometimes when there is a laid out trajectory, you start to believe that that is the only option that you have. And so some students feel this overwhelming sense of disappointment, anxiety, despair. What on earth is going to happen next? And I want to assure them that you are young, that this does not determine, this one way of doing things, this one trajectory does not determine your entire course of life. This is a time where if you get the results that you did not specifically want, it's a time to sit back for a little bit and rethink the next steps with your support system. And because of this wonderful thing we have called the internet, start looking at other ways of getting to your goals. Yes?
Yeah.
And so it is not a time to believe that the only way to get there is if you get all your subjects in one sitting. Maybe for you, you might need to take it in parts. Maybe take few subjects at a time and do well in the few. Maybe for another person, it might be, you know what? I do not want to go on to sixth form, but maybe I want to go on to university. There are other parts to university outside of sixth form that can be explored. And maybe you're saying, I have reached as far as I want to go with the formal learning system, and I want to go out into the world of work. And then that will be the path that you go on. But what we do not want is for young people to believe that their options have now ceased and therefore go into a place of despair.
Dr. Douglas, always a pleasure. I could listen to you all morning long, but we'll have to stick a pin for now. Let's keep the conversation going. I know they'll have more to treat and to deal with. And as always, a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you so much, Jason. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Same to you. Dr. Diane Douglas touching base with us, clinical psychologist, as we deal with the exam results and all that comes with it. All the best to the class of 2025. Up next, the treasurer of Tutor joins me for the Tutor Finance and Investment Caravan, a very important initiative for all its members. Full details from Tutor's treasurer, Cuthbert Joseph. He joins me next.
Welcome to Roystonia Muse. If you're in the market for a chic living space or investment property, our units at Roystonia Muse can fit your needs. These properties are sleek, well-engineered and beautifully constructed with a layout that offers lots of space and natural light.
With 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths and over 1,700 square foot of living space, units start at just 1.85 million.
Take this step to acquiring your piece of this beautiful community. Let us welcome you to your forever home.
It's a beautiful day at the Oval. And opening the bowling from the Palm Grove end is Sean Bishop. And here he comes charging in. Right arm over the wicket. Powell takes a huge swing. Richardson is under it. Whoa! That was a spectacular catch. Big things ahead for this new crop of youngsters. The future is bright.
Established in 1984, Telecom Security Services is the best in cash in transit with our armored vehicles with impeccable record. Featuring 24 hour surveillance to protect our clients' valuables. This is asset security that's equipped and efficient. From a modern head office, we deliver quality and trust, mitigating risk. Operational excellence with highly trained and dedicated staff. The best, cost-driven security solution. Telecom Security Services.
Asafa Powell, the Jamaican sprinting icon who shattered the 100-meter world record and redefined the limits of human speed, reveals the relentless drive that fuels his journey.
Omega XL, this good for your giants them.
Try Omega XL, it works.
We know what our job entails. It's not only to inform you as an electorate or seek justice and truth from decision makers and those in positions of power, but it is to tell your stories as well, your struggles, your successes, to help and to inspire. You see, for us to be your guardians of democracy, we have to put you and your experiences at the center of everything we do. So we know exactly what our job is, and it's time to get to work.
Tutors Treasurer joins me live on set, Cuthbert Joseph. Of course, Mr. Joseph, I want to thank you for being here because this initiative, I think it's one that, from what I understand, you would have done this in the past, but this time around you're going in with some stakeholders to really make it bigger, better, and to give teachers a deeper understanding as it pertains to their financials, what the financials can do for them as they look towards, cementing themselves, I would say, based on their teaching income stream and whatever sources of income through lessons or any kind of business and enterprise that teachers might get into during their private and quiet time. Mr. Joseph, welcome.
Thank you very much, Jason. Glad to be here. It's certainly exciting times for us, as I would have signaled to our members earlier in the week. This initiative is very important to us. Over the last few years, we have done some workshops for our teachers online and face-to-face. We would have engaged with the stock exchange, for example, and other financial advisors, the National Financial Literacy Program. So this year, we have worked at bringing this at a larger scale and taking it to our members across the country.
So it's matters of finance, investing, who are some of the stakeholders engaged this time around?
Yeah, we're very glad to have our bankers, banks with First Citizens. We're very glad to have First Citizens on board. But we also are working with the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission as a regulatory agency. We also have the Securities Dealers Association, the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman. The idea is that we don't just want to bring teachers face to face with somebody with a list of organizations that would want to offer them debts, loans, right? But we want to equip them with information that would allow them to make good decisions about the finances that they are working with and whatever they might be expecting in the future. So we've been saying to tell them, what to look for and what to look out for.
So this is an in-person activation, or is there an online component to this?
We are very glad to be meeting with our teachers face-to-face across the country. We have 5 events planned over the next few months, starting next week. Right? We have the first event at the UTT Tamana campus on Wednesday of next week.
So I'm seeing it, yes, UTT Tamana.
Excellent, yes.
Then you're at San Fernando.
So then we go to San Fernando, and let me say thanks again to the president and the team at UTT for supporting us in this. So 4 of our events are at UTT campuses. So we have the first at Tamana. We'll have a small opening function at 10 o'clock, and then the expo, if I could call it that, would be open from 11 for everybody to walk through. And at each of those venues, teachers, tutor members, in fact, would be able to come and interact with these professionals, the advisory and regulatory agencies, as well as the bank and other professionals. We expect to have attorneys, real estate agents, professionals. We also expect to have auto dealers on site so that they will have a sense, yes, of what's available in the market in terms of finance and that kind of thing. But definitely advice from professionals as I see what to look out for, the pitfalls that you would want to avoid.
I recognize, Mr. Joseph, this initiative seems to be very strategic because I understand that negotiations, at least what tutor would have been fighting for with teachers, should be at least some finances should be forthcoming for the teachers involved. So I guess in that regard, it's important to have that sense of what am I going to do with this little lump sum that might come my way.
Yes, quite so. Earlier this year, we would have completed negotiations on behalf of the teaching service. And, while as members of the working class, there's always that struggle to try and get the little adjustments, the little increases in income. At this point, we're signaling to teachers that adage that we've all probably heard by now, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And so this is about managing the limited resources you have and putting aside some for your future self. Managing your savings, learning how to invest, what are the different avenues. Again, we're very glad to have the Securities Dealers Association. So we didn't bring in one company that will try and sell you their product, but an agency that will be able to describe to you the kinds of services you can obtain when you go to different organizations about investing your money. So the settlement earlier in the year, we not too happy, disappointed that the actual payment arising out of that hasn't materialized yet. We would expect that it should happen in the not too distant future, and we want to ensure that our members are in the best possible position to make wise decisions about how to use those limited resources.
Well said, because it's one thing to get the monies owed, rightfully so, because the teachers put in such a truly amazing effort. But the bigger conversation is always, what does one do with the money when they get it?
Yeah.
And fighting for the money, yes, is one thing, but what does one do? How can one make it grow? How could we make it, at least, you could put it in certain scenarios where you could see where the money is going as opposed to squandermania, because especially for someone who is probably new to the profession, not having experience with monies, easy come, it could go.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure that, across the country, there are many of us who could identify with that. You get a lump sum and happy to, do the little repairs that you had to do, buy a few things that you like, maybe take a trip. And before you know it, you're back to where you were before. And so really the objective here is to try to equip members, sensitize them, get them thinking in advance even as to how they might best make use of what comes to them.
As we wrap things up, Mr. Joseph, let's put the information back up. So we mentioned Tamana next Wednesday, then I'm seeing San Fernando. Just walk us through all the dates.
Yes, so next Wednesday we're at the Tamana campus, UTT campus, and it's from 10 a.m. There's online registration going on right now for that first event, and you can register on the day as well. On Friday of next week, we are at the UTT San Fernando campus, and then we go to the beautiful Sister Isle on the 3rd of September. Wednesday, the 3rd of September, we're at the Scarborough Library. And we then shift to Saturdays because school will be back in session. So on the 20th of September, we are at the UTT Point Lisas campus. All of these are from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And finally, we have our closing function and our last day of the finance and investment caravan at UTT campus at the Napa location. And that is 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, the 11th of October.
Comrade Joseph, all the best, man, and congrats in advance.
Thank you very much, Jason.
This is going to be a great initiative. Again, to all the teachers looking on, get on board. Well, at least the tutor members get on board and get yourself inspired. Let's take that pause. We come back, and as promised, Richard Young, he's going to join us as we get into some details regarding the international, well, a matter of fact, the passing out parade, of course, the Young Guild TT. Full details after the break.
For 40 years, we've moved with you, pushed with you, transformed with you. From the first rep to your best step, from your first class to your biggest win, Fitness Center has been your partner in power. Built on sweat, driven by passion. 4 decades in, and we're just getting started. Celebrate 40 years with us. Fitness Center, 40 years strong. Transform your body, transform your life.
The biggest annual dancehall concert is back. Yo, Trinidad. Magnum Explosion, Summer Stay. We head to the Queen's Park Savannah Saturday, August 16th with a brand new cast of international superstars. Lady Lava, Baker, Amani, 450, Molly Don, Skilly Bang. Tickets available at frontlineticketing.com. Cache stores nationwide. Extra Food Supermarkets. Ultimate Car Care St. Augustine. Big Life Apparel Store. New Wave Stores. Fifth Street Market, Ariapita Avenue. Marco Polo, Cipriani Boulevard. 519 Restaurant C3 Center. Fitz by Britt St. James. And P2 Lust Auto, Lady Young Road.
Need to upgrade to a better phone system? Contact the experts at Voice Outsourcing. In office or remote, our phone system allows you to take every call. Grow your bottom line by offering excellent customer service. Call 217-1895 or 628-8182 or email today.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
There's something here for everyone, from baby to adult. Anything you need, it is right here at Food Basket Super 99.
Food Basket Super 99, affordable and trendy. Food Basket Super 99 Arima, where fashion meets affordability.
Parents will do it, they'll go to work, have a day, bro, and come on and take that stress out on you.
Welcome to another episode of Manhood.
Everybody will do what they need to do to get what they want.
And if they can't fit in to the norms, then what do they do? They'll survive. You know?
Not everybody wants to kill me because I might be all kind of thing, but I think I'm a good person.
The aspect of a mentor seeing something in you that you can't see in yourself.
Check yourself, because you shaped that generation.
Are we losing in many ways the values?
Since I have this Parkinson's diagnosis, there's a group, a very small group, type group, who will always look after me.
Father Time Rally Undefeated, I recall Richard would have reached out to me to tell me about the actual launch of the Young Guild, TT, and here it is, we're talking about the passing out parade. This is more or less like the graduation, as it were. Where did that time pass, Richard? Great to see you as always. Thanks for being here, and congrats, man, on this amazing initiative.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I always like coming here, you know that. And yeah, so this is a dream that I've had forever. I have been training for, going on carbon date myself now, over 35 years throughout the region.
For real.
You know, doing training models and training pageant hopefuls, and not only that, just training people in the confidence boosting, and I've even done customer service interactions, and so throughout the region. And I used to do the training a lot before. I had a space in St. Augustine in the late 90s that was burgeoning, and everybody who you know as models came through that process, you know, and then I started moving up and down the region, so I was not able to sustain that stable, as it were.
You know, Richard, this is so important what you're doing, because so much of communication, yes, is verbal, but it's also non-verbal.
Yeah.
And you see things like deportment, the way someone steps into a room, simple protocols in terms of a shake hand. Just the basics. People could tell the difference between someone who is trained and someone who is really trying to find their way.
Oh yes, because those courtesies define you. And I believe in identity branding, so I don't want them to lose their individuality. I'm just using some techniques and what I've garnered through the doing of it. It's now an expertise, you know, so I call them capstone courses, because it's not a course where you're going to be accredited. You're going to be passing through it and you get a certificate of participation, because I've been doing this for so long. I mean, I've done hotels as well through the region, working with their staff and building better relations, staff relations, staff supervisory relations, and so I think it's my real métier. It's my vocation. I mean, I do all the shows. The shows are results of working with models and preparing creatives for show. So it's going to be like a hub space. The space I have at Shop Survival is not just about training you to model. It's about bringing people together in the creative space to work together and to integrate their thinking to brand us.
What was interesting in terms of the business model, and again, we'll get into the passing out parade in a few, but you are accepting, or at least the option is there for young girls as tender as 8, right up the road. Walk me through that, because I was thinking, I would have initially thought probably 16 thereabout, you know, late teens. Why to grab them so young?
Yeah, because I think the ones who are enthusiastic, you can see a young child that has that either a predilection for stage.
Yes.
There is an imaginative child and a child who is a little more theatric. So I think sometimes it's good to harness and cultivate those traits and kind of channel it. So this cohort is a strange cohort. I have from a 7-year-old to a 54-year-old. So when I first started pulling them together, I was pulling them together to put them in groups. And then I said, you know what, these 20, I'm going to run with it. This is how I'm going to frame it and use it as the template to going forward. So I have from 7, I have a lot of teens, a lot of people brought their teens, and some husband and wives brought their sons. And it was really, really encouraging to see a mother and father bring their sons and say, I want them to go through, because the son wants to do the modeling thing, but it's also about grooming and better interrelations and better communication skills and knowing how to sit and how to walk and how to open the door and how to enunciate, and simple introductory things in all of those protocols, etiquettes, and ethics. That's what I do.
Indeed. So the courses, more or less, it's done. It's just now the grand gala, the passing out parade.
So Sunday, I call it a passing out parade, not to keep it labeled graduation, but I have invited like persons from advertising agencies to see the persons that I have trained and prepared for the world of merchandising, and just to feel good about themselves, because it makes a difference from the shy young people who came there and now they're introducing themselves. On Sunday, they're going to introduce themselves. They're going to come in front of a crowd of about 100 people and say who they are and say what is unique about them and speak about their individuality. And they're nervous about it, as well as do a showcase. I allow them to do their individual style. So they have crafted their own style, so that's the first look. And then I have the cloth and Dominic LaRoche doing a collection. So they're actually going to feel that they're part of a fashion show, camera, lights, action, the whole works. You know, so after that, they're going to feel like I either can go into modeling or I can do more communications things and PR things. Like one of the young ladies said she always wanted to do volunteerism, and now she's doing it. She's going and shaking somebody's hand and introducing herself, and she's from Sangre Grande, and that's also the thing. It's a national bunch. They're from all across the region, San Fernando, Chaguanas, Sangre Grande, Port of Spain. It's really, really amazing how I brought that particular cohort together.
So this was like was it like a 3-month course?
3-month program.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I did it in a way where it's 3 months and you have to cover 16 sessions. So you either can come, and I opened up to 4 days a week. So people came on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturdays, and I had 2 sessions on Saturdays.
Okay.
So the groups were mixing all the time. Sometimes you weren't getting the full 20, you got 12, you got 8, you got 15, but they kept meeting one another. And I had a few who did SEA, like two of them passed for Holy Name Convent. They never saw each other before. So when they went at orientation, there they are as friends going into the school, one coming from the east and one from the west. And so it's all of that I think is necessary when you want to build that confidence and feel strong about yourself.
When is registration for the next installment?
Almost immediately. You can call in to me. I give my number freely, which is 728-6290, and you call in to me, and I'm starting registering. Being at Shops of Marvel, a good space, comfortable space, very secure space.
Strategic.
Very strategic. The place used to be what you call the attic.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes people come upstairs there and they're totally shocked at the transformation of the space. I keep it all black and white, so all the color is the personalities that come and mix in it, and all the projection that we do, and we bring in guest speakers to talk with them, and so I look forward to sending them off into the world. But I'm not leaving them. I'm forming another cohort out of them. They are going to kind of intermediate something now, and we're going to do photography work. So they're going to come and get their comp cards built, and so it's not over.
Fantastic. I'm actually looking on screen as to some of the sessions here.
Yes.
Walk me through what we're seeing here.
Yeah, but this was a session I did on my birthday. Last Sunday was my birthday.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we were able to get persons who registered. So like this thing here, I give them a chair. I tell them to use the chair as a prop for posing. So there, some of them use it almost like armor, some of them propped on it, some of them leaned on it. And there is a walking session going on there, a mixture of young men and women. And there's a photo session going on there with a photographer, because I have a little photo studio. And so, and all of these are the things that I do at the Young Guild. And so all of it is really about building your confidence. And I think it's a word that people don't totally understand, because all of us have confidence living within us. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to be shy. You can remain shy, but be confident in circumstances.
Of course, yeah.
And so that's what I've taught them. And it's really amazing how they have bonded across the cohort and how they relate to me. I mean, it's amazing. And all the parents literally stay. All the parents and the relatives stay in a little kind of cubicle while the training is going on, and they have become friends, and they are a whole community, family, a network, so it's something new.
It's so true what you said, as we wrap things up. There are many folks who they stand in that confidence when it comes to their vocation, but off stage or off camera, sometimes they're very laid back, very sometimes shy.
Yeah.
But you're able to turn it on because you are confident in that space within your realm.
Yeah,
and what you've been called to do.
You have learned the technique of the projection of confidence.
Yes.
So even though, as I tell them, your heart hitting your rib cage and you're nervous because of how you know to hold your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your face, your stare, how to hold your lower back. You sit there and everybody thinks, wow. I always tell them, think of somebody peeping through the crack of the door and seeing you in that unguarded moment before you go into an interview. That determines how the interview is going to go. The reception, you have manipulated the perception of that person before they have met you. So they're going to say, there's a young man out there, there's a young woman out there, I want to meet them, as opposed to if they came and met you sitting lethargically, you know?
Yeah. Richard, as we wrap things up, I'll give that information again as we get ready, not only for the passing out parade, but the next installment. So your number, and probably if there's an online presence too for this.
Yes, there is the Young Gill TT. There you can write into the Young Gill TT at Gmail. We are Young Gill TT on Facebook, on Instagram. So you can reach out there, have a group of people, a team, I call them my tribe, who are working with me, and they have been working with me for decades, trying to make this thing become a new development, almost going in the way of a finishing school. But I dare not say that yet, but it's moving in that direction.
Richard Young touching base with us. Again, congrats to the first cohort. And I know it's going to be a tremendous occasion for the next installment. Feel free, Richard, keep us posted as always.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed, we get ready for the 7 a.m. news update. We come back with much more after 7. See you soon.
Built to Last has a massive sale on roofing materials, including standing seam. Invest in durable roofing sheets at unbeatable prices. Choose our supply and installation package and enjoy huge savings on your roof. Quality materials, quality prices, quality workmanship. Our name says it all. Built to Last, for roofing that is built to last. We will not be beaten on price. Enjoy free delivery and free roll forming on standing seam and guttering on site. Call us now, 355-7703.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance. But we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, in Devashagonas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon. Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Big ambition starts with clear vision. This back to learning season, Herrera Optical has eyewear packages for every learner. For kids 15 years and under, get a free frame with lenses starting at just $495. Scholars, it's time to level up your look with frame plus lenses from $750. Lifelong learners, purchase any frame $1,099 plus and unlock up to 30% off premium lenses like Eisen, Varilux, and Transitions in 8 bold colors. And don't miss your chance to win a $1,500 learning supply voucher or transition lenses when you purchase any eyewear package. Herrera Optical, big ambition, clear vision. Visit us in store today. This promotion is NOCB approved.
This Java bring the whole family to La Vega Estate, Trinidad's #1 family-friendly destination. Open daily, including weekends and public holidays. La Vega is more than Trinidad's leading garden center. It's packed with fun for everyone. New this season, thrilling ATV tours for the adventure seekers. plus 2 large pools, fishing, nature trails, playgrounds, and more. Camp under the night sky. Make a booking for an unforgettable family getaway. Call or WhatsApp 714-5969 to plan your next adventure today.
Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
The Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, teaching the truth about God's people, God's plans, and the secrets of God, all written within the pages of the Holy Bible, which is the Word of God.
Watch The Hidden Truth every Thursday at 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. on CNC3.
Good morning, I'm Ryan Beach with headline news on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. The Port of Spain is seeking to refute claims by the Downtown Owners and Merchants Association that it is the slowest port in the Caribbean. DOMA alleges that the slow processing of containers has caused several shipping lines to wait outside of the port and go beyond their docking dates by as much as 2 weeks. But the port has responded and is claiming that according to data in the last 4 months, the average wait time for a vessel ranged from 1 to 3 days. The port has acknowledged regional challenges from increased cargo, global shipping disruptions, and documentation delays, which have affected its operations, causing irregular vessel arrivals and impacting cargo delivery efficiency. It claimed that it is managing vessel flow by coordinating with shipping lines, boosting yard and berth efficiency, and streamlining document clearance. Customs clerks in San Fernando are growing frustrated over the lack of washroom facilities at that office. They tell us that on a daily basis, about 60 clerks visit the office, some spending up to 8 hours there, yet they cannot use on-site restrooms. Instead, they are forced to rely on bathrooms at nearby businesses and food outlets within the area. One clerk who requested anonymity complains that it's a public building and supposed to have a public washroom facilities. Employees say they used to work out of the Point Lisa's office, but since renovations last year, they've been going to Port of Spain and San Fernando. They're calling the situation unfair and are hoping that the authorities address it soon. We attempted to contact communication specialist at Customs and Excise Division, Alicia Charles Primus, who indicated that she would call us back, but there was no further communication up to news time. Economist Dr. Valmiki Arjun says government's plan to fill over 20,000 public sector vacancies could meaningfully tackle unemployment and improve service delivery, but he warns it must be done gradually to avoid straining the country's finances. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar announced the unfreezing of hiring across ministries on Monday. Arjun suggests a phased intake over 2 years, coupled with cutting waste and deleting obsolete posts to keep debt in check. Meanwhile, the Employees Consultative Association says job creation is always positive, but hiring must follow established procedures. CEO Ronald Ramlogan said vacancies must be filled based on competence, skills, and qualifications to ensure candidates can perform effectively. Those were your 7 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update for you at 8 a.m. on the TBC Radio Network.
Deleting dengue, brought to you by Flamingo, a mosquito kryptonite.
Tip number 2, seek medical attention. If you have any of the signs or symptoms of dengue, it's imperative that you seek medical assistance immediately.
Welcome inside the second hour on this Friday morning, Friday the 15th of August 2025. Mind your business around the corner. We give the entrepreneurs, all those in business, opportunity to promote their product and service. Of course, get something and pay what the ground's saying around the corner. As always, your poetry corner, spoken word. We give the spoken word artists a safe space to express themselves. And we get some gospel to take us to the top with Alyssa Joseph. Great second hour carded, but we start things off with The health tip for today complements Omega XL. Enjoy.
The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth. Chronic inflammation doesn't just strike at random. It's also a central factor in arthritis, specifically rheumatoid arthritis. This autoimmune disorder turns the body's defenses against itself, attacking the joints and causing persistent inflammation. This leads to swollen, painful joints and can significantly impair daily activities. The inflammation associated with rheumatoid arthritis doesn't only damage joints, but can also affect other organs and lead to widespread symptoms. Over time, the chronic inflammation can cause the cartilage in the joints to degrade, resulting in loss of mobility and chronic pain. Combating this type of inflammation involves several proactive steps. Medications can reduce inflammation and slow disease progression. Physical therapy also plays a key role in maintaining joint function and reducing pain. Moreover, lifestyle changes, such as adopting an anti-inflammatory diet rich in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids, can help manage symptoms. Regular exercise tailored to personal capacity helps maintain joint flexibility and strength, while also fighting off inflammation. Additionally, reducing stress through mindfulness, meditation, or gentle yoga can also decrease the body's inflammatory responses. By understanding how chronic inflammation contributes to arthritis and actively managing these symptoms, individuals can preserve their joint health and improve their quality of life. With the right strategies, living with arthritis can be more manageable. This health tip was brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong. The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth.
Where health is wealth. We take the pause, we come back and get into some of our segments. Again, an action-packed second hour ahead. Mind your business. And in time for independence, we say Trinbago style. Ascend Dynamics. They join me next.
Dust from the Saharan desert, over 6,000 kilometers away, travels across the Atlantic to our little island, filling the air we breathe with tiny dust particles that can trigger an inflammatory response when inhaled into the lungs.
Saharan dust travels far and triggers inflammation. Omega XL helps reduce it at the source. Support your body from within.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Some nights call for more than just a slice. At Rizzoni's, we serve pizza the way it was meant to be. Brick-fired, cold, and brought out fresh, again and again. This is all you can eat, Rizzoni style, where the pizzas come to you. Crisp crusts, rich sauce, melty cheese, every round with new toppings, new flavors, and no limit. Every Friday from 4 p.m. Join us at Movie Town, Fiesta Plaza, Port of Spain, or C3 Movie Town, San Fernando. So go ahead, stay for that next slice. We'll keep them coming.
Inside every cell is a metabolic engine, AMPK. Berberine Plus helps ignite that engine, turning sugar into energy and fat into fuel. Whether you're managing sugar or trimming fat, Berberine Plus supports your goals naturally. Berberine Plus, now available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Tell from the crowd who's up next. It's Trinray's star player, whose world-class stats put him in a league of his own. Trinray's risen to become a true force to be reckoned with. With an unbeaten Carry A rating, they boast a strong solvency and A-class service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing Trinray's financial and technical strength at its best.
Trinray, premier insurance coverage for less.
know how much I love the Mind Your Business segment. It's a chance to really embrace all those putting forward a product or service, and we give you the information in real time, and I can safely say this conversation is on time. Independence around the corner, and we want to make you represent Trinbago style. Ascend Dynamics, they join me. Keisha Seeley, director.
Yes.
Great to see you.
Great morning, Jason. No stranger. No stranger. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. We are happy to be here. Independence time is around the corner.
Look at you all branded. I'm loving this hoodie.
And it fits well into the Friday casual look,
oh,
you know,
my goodness.
but fitting enough, patriotic enough.
What's on offer for Independence 2025?
So many good deals, so many good offers, so many creative designs. And I must say that I know that during the time you would see some designs, all of them our own.
That's right.
All right.
I want to start with the slippers.
All right.
The ding-dings.
Well, we in Java, as you know.
Yes.
So this one is patriotic enough in my blood. So, you know, you have the thumbprint and they match left to right. Very cute. And they have adult and children.
Because I'm not going to ask you, this look like for a child?
Yes. But we have adult sizes. Very, very fitting. For the season, this July, August, into the rest of our time into Republic.
Very fancy.
Yes.
How much would the slippers run you?
The slippers are going at $120 special. They are normally $150. They are going at $120. Adult and kids. Very cute.
We used to call this back in the day rubber ding.
Rubber ding. Now you call them what? Flip-flops or whatever. Yes.
It gets fancy. You know, this would be a nice addition for somebody doing a destination wedding. You know, you ever go to a wedding and they actually bring out a box with slippers so the women can take off their shoes and dance?
It's interesting you should say that. I think the further away we are from home, the more we want things that represent home. Even something that we put on our feet or we carry along with us, right? So good token idea for real.
So you have the flip-flops.
Yes.
What else?
All right. So I just have some things on display today, but we have a range of items going from wear to drinkware.
Oh, let me see the
tumblers.
Oh, look at the tumbler.
Yeah, mugs.
This is nice.
Glasses, etc.
This is nice.
Yes, very fitting, very patriotic. And keeps hot and cold.
Because I'm going to say insulated.
Insulated, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, look, you get a little part you could. Oh, yeah, you could actually cover it too.
You can cover it. It is such that you can have it to drink or cover if you have any remaining. Really, really nice. This cute little keychains, and any of our designs that we have can straddle on any of the items that you're getting. Whether you want a jersey with this, whether you want the slippers with it, the tumblers, mugs, etc.
Fantastic.
So very, very multi-purpose use of our designs. And of course, what everybody will know of, as I'm wearing the fitness wear also. 1962, of course, the year that we became independent, and the splash of representation for the fact that we are forward from the love of liberty.
That's right.
Yeah, our independence came in this year. A very catchy design. And a more recent one, as of last year, the home design. This is gathering a lot of static as well.
Let's keep this one up because I think they're going to focus on this.
Yes. And so within it, we see instruments of the steel pan, our national flower, all that our country represents.
Beautiful design. How much for the tees?
The tees are going at $120. And we also have them in polos or hoodies, as you may desire to wear based on your occasion.
So this is a unisex design? Man and woman
This is a unisex design. All of our designs are unisex designs. And so much so that, of course, it could straddle whether male or female is wearing it. Whether you want it pocket print size, full front size, back of your tee, hoodie, etc. It can straddle male, female, or any size.
And what your size is from small right up to
extra small, straight up to XXL, XXL, yes.
Let's go through what we're seeing on screen, because I saw
so this is the one that I have on right now. I am Trini, right? So a burst of stars there.
It's real nice though.
Yeah, it's called the crop hoodie.
Yeah, because I realize it's like a short hoodie.
And so thrown underneath this, funny enough, is the 868 design. Yeah, so whether you want to dazzle it up with any of them.
This is what, a vest?
Those are vests, and that's foil print. So silver and gold foil print. And of course, your care for the items will vary, print or foil, but they are very durable.
So I'm going to ask you, in terms of the foil, this really can wash? You have to hand wash
It can wash, preferably hand wash, but it can be washed, of course.
You could wash it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Delicate, I would imagine?
Delicate wash.
Okay.
Yes, so are you seeing before there, bags, whether they are tote bags or paper bags, etc., that can be customized. You may want to, same way you're creating little tokens or gift ideas, put it into something and just not be a plain bag. That can work as well.
Bring the bag. That bag is a nice bag, though.
Sure.
It's a real nice bag. You can watch this. I mean, anywhere you travel.
Anywhere you travel.
You know, I was suggesting, right?
And again, any of our designs can be put onto whatever item you're choosing.
So, you know, right now the big discussion is the new name for the Soca Warriors. They can't use the Soca Warriors going into the campaign. And I've suggested on the program that we need to find a way to bring that 868 into the name. Because that's our code. And that's
our code.
And it could work for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Right? I feel we need to incorporate some 868 something with the team.
And off the bat, we promote it as Trinbago designs because, of course, we're not forgetting any of the other. Definitely agreeing with that idea of incorporating our code.
You have full stock because, you know, after this conversation, and I'm sure with your social media push, there will be lots of requests.
We do have full stock, and even if we don't have stock, our suppliers do have in stock as well because, of course, of the season that is upcoming. So we are ready to provide for you who are viewing, you who are tuning in and hearing about us today as Sun Dynamics.
You do not pop up anywhere, or people come to Belmont to
People come to us, and our social media push is really strong and really positive. Not any pop-ups in the near future at this side, but our office front is definitely available for persons to come through.
Any deliveries, or you suggest people come to do the office?
They can come to the office and we can do deliveries.
Okay, nice. Any requests in terms of that international footprint? Because yes, we at Hope, we love the branding, but you know, when people they leave, that's when they really I believe people become more patriotic when they are further away from the islands.
I agree. Just some little travels on the holidays and you see it. You want to cling to anything that reminds you of home. Yes. Interesting, you should ask on the international front, more regional, not so much international yet, but the world is the oasis. So definitely we are looking to go at that direction in the near future.
Fantastic.
But at the current time, local and regional.
If someone wants to do their own design, would you accommodate that?
We will print it, yes. If someone has their own design, we will print it. Of course, that's not a problem at all. So whether we provide and print the item or we just print the item for you, we are a printery that is able to cater for your needs.
Indeed. Keisha, let's go through what we're seeing on screen again. Let's go through some of the items one by one. It's Trinbago style. Just describe to us again what we're seeing.
Right, so Trinbago style, a basic, typical one. I love TNT. Off the bat, you can relate, it's patriotic, it warms your heart. That's the I love TNT design.
Fantastic. As we continue moving.
Right, so 1962, reminding us of the year that we got our independence, reminding us of that fact that we are forged from the love of liberty, and you see that these jerseys, they straddle in such a way to wear on white or black, but that splash of representation in the midst of it.
Fantastic.
Look at the one in the middle, the 1962, looking like a clock, 862. Very creative.
Yeah, very creative.
Another way to bring across the fact that we became independent then, as well as the 868 patriotic design with our scarlet ibis bird, Trinidad and Tobago underneath. So even if you may not remember what the 868 is, it shadows right there on the heels.
And then it's in my blood?
And in my blood. So a thumbprint in my blood. And this design is very creative in such a way that you can wear it reversibly. And interchange the reds and the blacks accordingly based on the color tee that you are choosing.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. So again, all this available, my friends, at Sun Dynamics.
All of it available from Sun Dynamics Limited. We are located at 227 to 229 Belmont Circular Road, Belmont, obliquely opposite the Belmont Police Station.
Yeah, once you find the Belmont Police Station, you can't miss that.
Once you find, you cannot miss us. And our contact 621-1482 and 766-7966. On screen right now, these really fancy, trendy drawstring bags.
Great for the beach.
Great for the beach. We were just talking about the Soca Warriors. You know, I could see so many of them putting their gear in it as well. Look at the 868 design there on it again. Both of them, very trendy.
I won't lie. Audi Park, you know, you all did it again.
We are glad for the support always.
Yes.
And we welcome those who are viewing, who are new and who are continued loyals to be a part of us. This Independence into Republic, we are ready for you.
And happy independence to you.
Same to you.
Yes.
All the very best.
All the best indeed. Ascend Dynamics in time for Independence 2025. Get your gear from the tumblers to the flip-flops, or as I would say, the ding-dings. Yes. Rubber ding-dings. Now the next time is a call, let me know, but I won't say that on here. That the next time, we will talk that off here. Oh my goodness. Listen, have a great one. Stick around with me, you know, and we're going to come back and get into some of our segments. What the ground is saying, get something and pave. Well, this is the latest installment. You'll hold your head and ball, you know. But trust me, you'll see it for yourself. Stick around. That's what's happening next.
Great deals with PRW Back to School. Save big with laptops starting from $3,100. Sky 7-inch tablet only $465. Need a printer? We've got it starting from $625. Get a 40-inch RCA TV only $1,850. 19.5-inch LG monitor $699. Secure your home with our security combo starting from $3,000. Call PRW today 285-9779. Check us in-store for keyboards, webcams, stationery, and lots more.
Shop Southern Food Basket Anniversary Flash Sale on now. Creamery ice cream assorted, 1 gallon, 2 for $79.95. Chicken wings, 1 kg, $34.95. Happy pasta cuts, 300 grams, 5 for $19.95. Richport vegetable oil, 900 ml, 2 for $24.95. Snuggle bathroom tissue, 12 pack, 2 for $33.95. Lucozade Energy Original or Tropical, 360 ml, 3 for $18.95. Tenderness napkins, 100s, 5 for $17.95. Available at Southern Food Basket.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Well, I'd love to be there right now. Trust me, Tobago is going to be alive this weekend. It's your Carib Great Race weekend. So for all those heading to the Sister Isle, enjoy yourself, be safe, just have a time. I remember those great days back in the day. Won't be making it this year, but I know it's going to be a great and tremendous success as always. So kudos to all those involved. We're getting ready for what the ground's saying. We had a chance to really hit the ground, ask people about the first 100 days of the new administration, the UNC administration. I mean, that's been a major talking point, a hot topic for the entire week, and we decided to get in on that conversation. So up next, what the ground's saying, and just a little perspective from you, Trinidad and Tobago, as to the performance of the new administration. Let's check it out. So just a little perspective from the men on the ground to get their take on the Prime Minister's first 100 days, the new administration and the first 100 days of governance. Your take?
Well,
Who do you expect to come and fix that? The Prime Minister? No. What is she doing wrong? We have changed leadership, but we haven't changed who is the government, which is you, me, him, you. We are the workers. We are the workers. So how you change that perspective to being, where is the work being done? Everybody needs more money, but is the work being done?
Your thoughts, just your thoughts on the first 100 days of the, well, as she says, Kamala Persad Bissessar 2.0.
2.0?
Yeah, because you know this is a second run at the prime ministership. So just your take on the first 100 days of her new administration.
Well, so far I feel like it's going all right compared to like others, you know. It's going so far. Well, I mean, 100 days is not really nothing to talk about, but you've seen a little progress.
Do you see a difference in her approach to leadership compared to her first tenure between 2010 to 2015?
Yeah. I see a difference. Not like before then, you know. Like before the fellas and them was ruling she. Now she ruling them.
It is only 100 days. It haven't been parliament thing in government offices. And I think it will take like 2 or 3 months before the initiatives she put in progress in place will come to the results.
They need some more time.
They need some more time. It's only 100 days. They need a little more time.
Any expectations with the budget? It's carded for September, and I guess the budget will indicate the direction and what policies they want to push to get the economic wheels turning.
First to begin, they have to get rid of the corruption. Corruption is our main issue right now, especially with CTEP workers. That is why she disbanded all CTEP workers. And it will take a little time for them to correct the corruption and bring the people bring it up to standard then, where there's honesty, especially with the contractors. And their payment, their daily payment. The contractors is who are the ones who is making the money, not the laborers. The contractor, and what does he pay the workers?
I know this government is working under the previous budget, so where they read their budget now, we'll see what will transpire. So as my colleague said, give them a little thing, and soon the honeymoon will be over. And then let's see what will happen when they read their budget.
Thank you. Not bad for two men just lying by about 10 o'clock in the morning, right? I mean, you know, you see the two barmen and you figure, well, firstly, 10 o'clock in the morning, you're by the bar. But these men, on top of what's happening, they were actually talking national issues. These two gentlemen, two friends, and they really give some, I would say, potent commentary. And I love the gentleman with the shades. The man said, first time around, them was ruling she, he was ruling she, now she ruling he. He put it in simple and profound, simple but profound way. What the ground saying? Always a pleasure to hear from you, TNT, and we'll be coming to an area near you soon. Let's head to Diego Martin. Diego Martin, for, well, you'll see for yourself. Get something and pave. And trust me, they need to sort this situation out as soon as possible. But don't take it from me. See it for yourself. Get something and pave. Up next. Welcome to the latest installment of Get Something and Pave. Jason Williams on location here in Diego Martin, Rich Plain to be exact. And I'm at the site of what, well, I assume on my way in was the Rich Plain Community Pool. But I've been reliably informed this was some work done by WASA about 2 years ago. And you can see the result. Clearly, rainy season, water, stagnant. You're seeing lava. Clearly, using this as a breeding ground, mud. And granted, this is a particular stretch where lots of residents park at the side of the road. This continues to be very problematic. And we've also been told and been reliably informed that the Member of Parliament for the area, Hans de Veens, was in the space recently asking residents to sign a petition to get this issue and other issues that we will identify as we make our way back to the main road. Again, Rich Plain as we continue with our tour of the potholes, and this particular infraction, this tragedy, is in the middle of the road. Look at this. And some work was done. And the word can only be described in local parlance as ratchify. Look at this. This is a helter-skelter. This is a helter-skelter. What is this? It's a combination of pitch with stones and foundation bricks. Folks, I can't make it up. You're seeing it for yourself. That's a brick. That is a brick that you will use for a retaining wall. It's there as a means of remedy for the pothole. Resident, you can make your way across. And the resident, listen, he's going to back a reverse. He doesn't even want to pass. That's to tell you how unfortunate this scenario is. Again, we've been told that the Member of Parliament for the area, Hans de Veens, was walking around asking residents to sign a petition. And I hope they really did, because this needs immediate treatment. We're asking the powers that be to get something and pave. What is this? What? This is a wobble waiting to happen. It's uneven. It's a shambles. This is a shambles. Come on, pave it. Get something and pave it. And there were some other holes there in Rich Plain that didn't even make the cut. So that entire stretch, especially the issues that the residents, they have to treat and to deal with every single day, I hope that the powers that be, those looking on, sort it out as soon as possible. And once it's done, we go back and we celebrate the work, because that's the balance we keep here with the Get Something and Pave segment. If we feature a pothole and it's sorted out, we indeed say thank you. So in that regard, Get Something and Pave, and we will be coming to an area near you soon. Up next, we get ready for our Poets Corner, always a safe space for our spoken word artists. We get into that conversation next. Jabari Collins joins me. I am Trinbago. Let's get into that piece after the break.
Basket Marketplace is celebrating our 34th anniversary for the month of August, and you're invited. Enjoy massive deals like minced beef, £5 to $99. Cow heel, £5 to $79.95. Nestle cream milk, 4 for $54.95. Crown, 8 kilograms rice, $69.99. Come and shop to win one of our 34 shopping sprees. Big giveaways and free hampers to be won. Shop, save, and celebrate only at Food Basket Marketplace, Orima, Shagwana, Shafle, and Goville. Food Basket, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Feeling drained? Struggling to keep up? It's time to take control of your wellness. On this episode of Wellness Unlocked, we're diving into the key nutrients your body needs for all-day energy and balance. With 100% or more of your daily essential vitamins, plus added chromium to support healthy blood sugar, this is complete wellness in a single soft gel. Join us as we uncover how small changes can make a big impact on your health. Don't miss Wellness Unlocked. Watch now on CNC3 and take the first step toward better health.
Cricket is Caribbean passion, pure energy and pride. That's why Flow is proud to be the official telecommunications partner of the Trinbago Knight Riders for CPL 2025. Win tickets to TKR home matches or an all-inclusive finals home line when you sign up for the Everything You Need plan. Plus, enjoy 25% off for 6 months. One identity, one beat, one rhythm. Visit discoverflow.co to learn more. Promotion approved by the NLCB.
New promotions. Arima Door Center number 4, Cleaver Road, Arima is having new arrivals and new prices. See new security steel doors, $1,900. A variety of door handles starting at $60. Bathroom vanity sets, $1,700. So hurry to Arima Door Center.
Are you tired of the same old boring drive home from work?
Look no further.
Get ready for the ultimate after-work rush with Freedom 106.5 FM's The Overdrive with Davey. Mondays to Fridays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Let Davey take you on a thrilling ride of non-stop entertainment and education. He covers the topics of the day, delves into the latest food and lifestyle trends, and brings dynamic guests from exciting professions to share their professional stories and experiences. Take advantage of this energizing and engaging experience. Tune into Freedom 106.5 FM, Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for The Overdrive with Davey, the ultimate way to end your day with a bang.
Matter most. It's the same if you hail from Moruga, where I'm from, Mount Irvin, Scarborough, or Port of Spain. As a journalist, I'm focused on building that connection between Trinidad, the region, and the world. Most importantly, I want always to use my voice as a powerful weapon to break down barriers wherever they exist. This is why we are where you are.
All right, it's your Poets Corner, and Jabari Collins is here with me on set. Listen, we are talking here about the man's hometown. Point Fortin born, grew up in Guaya. I was in Guaya last week with my mom and my son, and you know, we could talk all morning on Guaya and the beauty of that side of the country. Respect, my brother.
Yeah, man, always.
Happy independence in advance, man.
Well, I mean, you see, we come out in the regalia.
Yes, we represent. And you kind of doing the red, I doing the white and the black.
We have it together.
We have it together. At what point did the journey for you, before we get into the piece and you know, the I Am Trinbago selection this morning, at least for me and for those looking on, walk us through when it started. You recognize that there is an ability to write, to put your ideas on paper, and more so express it to our audience.
Well, at first I thought it happened around Form 3, you know, getting into theatre. But thinking back on it, I remember since Form 1, I had an English teacher, Mr. Lightbourne. He wanted to get me signed up in the Auditory Foundation since then. Even before that, primary school, when we had the T20 papers, I would be reading out all the poems and trying to make a song out of the poems sometimes. I didn't really know about spoken word. I know seeing poetry on page. So it's even since then, I guess it was always a bit inside, having a really affinity to them kind of thing.
You've had a knack.
Yeah.
Is there any way you've turned some of your poetry into music, or are you dabbling at all in that regard, or is it just strictly spoken word?
I am not the most musically inclined, but I've performed to musical accompaniment.
Okay, great.
So I think to that, and there are a lot of ways where I realize my poems and the rhymes I like to use could have a nature of a kind of rap. I've tried kaiso, well, not really kaiso, more extempo. So there's, I know you could kind of have a line there, a little Venn diagram.
Yeah, for sure, nothing wrong with that, because again, it's all part of the creative process and discovering and tapping into parts that might be the dormant for now, but I just feel there's some element of music in you.
I could try something.
So I'm speaking it in the universe. This piece, I Am Trinbago, we're going to take it in. This piece is something you did recently, or this is a piece that you've had for a while?
This piece is something I did last week.
Ooh, this is hot off the press.
Yeah, there's only been one performance of this piece before.
So you're capturing Trinbago in this 2025, and I guess what would have transpired from before?
Well, you'll see the piece. I'm not spoil too much.
Yeah.
You can talk on what I'd say after.
Let me check it out, and I want to give TNT a chance to embrace it. Again, Jabari with us. I Am Trinbago in time for Independence 2025. Enjoy.
I am reaching 7:46 for the 7 o'clock show. I am an all-fours lime on a boat in the middle of a flood. I am the ongoing battle that saw family structures crumble between Carib and Stag. Although Carib does make Stag, I am the Caribs and the Arawaks. Although there were no Caribs or Arawaks, I am the Tainos and Kalianagos. I am culture mistold. I am the ongoing battle that saw family structures crumble between two people who are of the same people but taught by another to other each other. I am proof that even when history is a lie, it still repeats itself. I am the lie. I am deception. I am watching that tin of Danish cookies and praying it's not a sewing kit. I am the grandmother turning that tin of Danish cookies into a sewing kit. I am deception. I am the grandmother, watching the holes in the clothes of my sons and daughters with no sewing kit and an empty cookie tin. I am resilience. I am the cookie tin made sewing kits. I am the slippers made goalposts. I am the knives made pencil sharpeners. I am the eldest siblings made parents. I am the parents who try their best to keep up appearances. I am the Christmas chore list. 1, sweep the roof. 2, paint the trees. 3, vacuum the gates. I am the nonsense for no reason. I am the lyrics of Chinese Parang. I am more nonsense for less reason. I am the parang and the chutney and the soca. I am the drums, whether African or Tassa. I am the PNC. The People's National Congress, the bright orange, Douglas-led political party. I am the answer to the race politics. I am the belief that it will always get better. I am the end of the longest rope. I am the crapo watching your pipe and deciding to quit smoking. I am C. Paul Luck. I am God's Trinbagonian passport and visa. I am the every month of the calendar except July and November. Because a month without a holiday could never be Trinbago. And I am Trinbago.
Let me tell you, huh? 7:46 for the 7 o'clock news. the opening line alone captured, I mean, in a real way, so much of what we are as Trinbagonians. How does one commit all that to memory, you know, in terms of the sequence, the flow? I mean, I guess you probably would have your method to the madness, right?
Well, for me, some people go rhyme, some people know the song of it, but the connections. The storytelling. Yeah, because going from the Caribbean Stag to the Caribbean Arawak, it ties together the history to the lies, and then what is the lie, you know, it ties together from one to the next.
Fantastic. At what point, because I ask every poet every single week, and for those who look at the program, they know what question is coming up. How do you know that piece is done? Like, you put a full stop there, but I feel that is an open-end kind of piece. You could always add to that piece.
Exactly that. I know, like I've had it thought, I know this piece is not done. I made changes to this piece this morning while I was performing it for myself practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
The first time I performed it was when Roots had their Cascadoo, because this is Cascadoo week.
Yes, yes.
We had open mic in town. It was Wednesday. And while I'm there, we reached late, and I added in that line about reaching late. We reached 7:46 for the 7 o'clock show.
Wow, yes.
So it will always build. It will always build.
Good vibe. How can folks keep in touch with you, Jabari?
Well, first, you can keep in touch with me on Instagram at jabari.collins. Jabari_Collins_. The dot is that you can find me at the.stragglers. That's a poetry collective I'm a part of as well. You can see me performing at Bacano Leaf open mics every month end, at Roots open mics every other month end.
Yeah.
Is that places you can find me.
That's right. Jabari Collins, you know, the youth man from Guaya, but you're up on the side now.
Yeah, man.
Respect. Keep up the great work, bro.
Of course.
And thanks for that amazing piece. I am Trinbago.
Thank you.
When I heard the opening line alone, I say yes. That is us. I think the only thing we try to get to on time, well, at least for me, I get to on time here, but also for a flight, you don't try to mess with that, you know. Boat ride is a different conversation, you know, but nonetheless.
If you know the promoter.
Yes. Let me tell you, we're going to take that pause. We come back, some gospel music to take us to the top. Alyssa Joseph joins us live. See you soon.
It's Trinray's star player, whose world-class stats put him in a league of his own. Trinray's risen to become a true force to be reckoned with. With an unbeaten Carry A rating, they boast a strong solvency and A-class service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing Trinray's financial and technical strength at its best.
Trinray, premier insurance coverage for less.
Welcome to ABC Doors and Windows, TNT's #1 destination for the best quality and widest variety of doors and windows. Enhance your space with our premium wooden, steel panels, fiberglass, and steel security doors, complemented by our aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows. Shop for the best quality and service at ABC Doors and Windows. Visit our impressive showroom at 1 Chancatrace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to get started. Trust ABC for a better choice.
Where does disease start? It often begins silently. No pain, no symptoms, just inflammation quietly damaging your body. Our choice is food, stress, pollution, all feed inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of many modern diseases.
You can't go back in time, but you can start addressing inflammation before it becomes disease.
Omega XL is a natural inflammation fighter clinically researched with over 30 fatty acids and no fishy aftertaste. Available Caribbean-wide at pharmacies and health food stores. Call 1-868-225-0410 for more information.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
We go to Sunday dinner at our mother-in-law's house every Sunday.
At your mother-in-law's?
Yes, every Sunday.
So what's your favorite thing?
Our favorite thing. Are you ready?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this? Hang on, it's gonna be delicious.
You bet.
What is it?
It's a Steve sandwich!
Don't miss the fun and laughter on Family Feud. Weekdays at 5:30 p.m. only on CNC3.
Alyssa Joseph joins me on set. And let me tell you, today's results for Alyssa, and she's here with me this morning. Who could believe? Let me tell you, Alyssa, congratulations in advance. Whatever the plan is, I know it's going to be done with distinction. It's going to be done with heart.
In Jesus' name, yes.
In Jesus' name, we pray indeed. Amen. Let me ask you, before we get into the music, I heard some, more awards, more accolades coming your way?
Yes, so in July 25th to the 27th, they had the Marlin Awards weekend. So the Marlin Awards, better known as the Caribbean Gospel Music Marlin Awards, they celebrate Caribbean gospel artists for all the hard work that they did. And this year was the 29th anniversary, and I was nominated. I got 9 nominations. Fantastic. And that's, for the first time, that's just so big. So I'm just grateful, honored. by it, and I got 2 awards.
Congratulations.
2 awards,
So that's you performing at the Marlin Awards?
Yes, that's me singing Kingdom Daughter. I got Outstanding Recording Pop Female for Kingdom Daughter and Outstanding New Artist.
Look at you now giving you a little acceptance speech. Where was where was this held and hosted?
In Nassau, Bahamas, the Diplomatic Center, Miles Monroe.
Was that also was that a hotel or that's a separate venue?
That's a venue, yeah. That's a separate venue.
Ooh, Bahamas. I was just there. I was actually there in July also.
What?
Yeah, early July. Yeah, the Bahama for Canto. So congrats, man. This is amazing. You had a speech prepared and all that, or you just went up and spoke from the heart?
Well, right before, I wasn't actually expecting like 2 awards, maybe 1. So mommy told me, just think about something. So we kind of thought of something simple. And then the second award, I didn't know what to say. I was like, okay, guys, that's just how I was.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. And we're going to get some music this morning, of course.
Yeah.
But before we head there, were you part of that? Did you go to the CC Winans concert?
Yes, we went. We got 2 free tickets.
Fantastic. And when you saw that kind of turnout and the amount of young people there, it must have warmed your heart, right?
Yes.
That was a big, I think that's one of the biggest shows for the year.
I think so. And CC is just so big and powerful. Yeah.
When you watch that kind of gold standard, does that give you inspiration?
It does. It does. You know, she has such powerful songs and her voice is so powerful, and it does inspire me to continue, and worship is something that I've always loved from small, because I grew up in a Christian home and mommy always playing worship songs. So even though I do the dancehall and the soca, worship is something that I really connect to.
That's your foundation?
Yes,
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Well, congrats on the Marlin Awards.
Thank you.
Bahamas nice. It have a vibe.
I didn't get to go to the beach, you know.
Serious?
Yeah, real sad.
Oh, goodness. I guess was that in and out?
Yeah,
Next time, you'll have other times for sure. Well, I got the mic. So, as always, bless us up.
Thank you.
And then we come back and we touch base.
Yeah, man.
Alyssa Joseph touching with us. Enjoy.
Kingdom daughters. She looks in at the magazine, saying she should look like that, so she compares herself to the madam and loses her self-esteem. Yeah, so she starts skipping meals too, going about things the wrong way. In her mind, says she got to be slim and trim like the guy from Hollywood. Don't you know that she beautifully, wonderfully made? Yeah, when God looks down from heaven, He won't change a thing. No, 'cause you are loved, you were created by your. Girl, you're so awesome. He's made you so awesome. Our kingdom daughters. He's made you with honor. Special request from Father God, because He wants you to know that you're blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. Our kingdom daughters. He's made you with honor. Special request from Father God, because He wants you to know that you're blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. So laugh off them bad mind when they try to bring you down, and slander your name. But tell me, what did your Father God say? He said that you're the head and not the tail now, the above and not the beneath, So I study man when God said He will order your steps, Don't you know that you're beautifully, wonderfully made, When God looks down from heaven, He won't change a thing, no, 'cause you are loved, you were created by the Almighty. Girl, you're so awesome. He's made you so awesome. Our kingdom daughters. He's made you with honor. Special request from Father God, because He wants you to know that you're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. You're blessed precious enough by the Most High God. And meanwhile, you know that your life has a purpose. Value yourself to your worth, cause you are royalty. Yeah. Never look down, put on your crown. Always keep your head up high. You are beautiful. You know that you're beautifully, wonderfully made. Yeah. When God looks down from heaven, He won't change a thing. No. You were created by the Almighty. Yeah. Girl, you're so awesome. He's made you so awesome. All kingdom daughters, He's made you with honor. Special request from Father God, because He wants you to know that you're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored.
Nice. Kingdom daughter. And you received an award for this song.
Yes, I did.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you.
How do you describe this? It's a kind of fusion beat. I really can't put it into a
it's
category.
Like dancehall, pop, something. Yeah.
It's smooth.
Thank you.
Results out today, how you feel?
Excited.
You're coming around lunchtime, I think?
I think 1.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Excited, nervous, how you feel?
I feel like it doesn't matter.
I guess you. I mean,
It happens so many times.
Yeah.
This is the third time. CXC, then Cape Unit 1, now Cape Unit 2.
Yeah. And you put in your work too. I think I know. Well, I can't say I think I know you balance your career and your studies, and you'll be all right.
Thank you.
What's the next move though? You have an idea as to what the next step gonna be?
Yes, I'm working with Sherwin Gardner. He did a song for me, and I'm just excited to, let God use me. And maybe go on tour, maybe do a little concert, something, yeah. Yeah.
And listen, wow, amazing. We're just watching, the entire story unfold right before our eyes, and, we're so happy to be part of it. How do we, for those looking on, stay in touch, monitor the music, and monitor the progress? How are they going to find you online?
Yes, for sure. So you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, all the streaming platforms. Just search up Alyssa Joseph.
Well, now we can safely say award-winning Alyssa Joseph. Yeah. So then you went whole Bahamas and you never get to touch the waters? Don't do that. How long you stayed there for? It was that in and out?
It was like a week.
No, don't do that.
It was real long. I feel we had a little problems with the flight, so we had to stay in transit in Jamaica, and then we end up staying there for like a whole day. So we miss a day.
Okay.
And then we had to go Bahamas the next day.
Okay. Wow, because Bahamas, that's something they're known for now.
Yeah, but I did try grits.
Of course.
That was good.
Yeah, Bahamas, man. Definitely. Well, obviously, I know it seems like every summer, because I know you would have done stuff in LA, and so it seems like, you're always making your moves, traveling.
Yes.
Any other major trips carded for the year, or you're just going to focus on home and building that stuff with Sherwin?
Yes, definitely focusing on home and building that stuff with Sherwin.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, with that being said, Alyssa, taking us out in style, we're going to probably run this one and take it all the way to the top of the hour. Be safe, be blessed, and God spare. I'm back for more on Monday right here on the Morning Brew. It's been a great week, action-packed week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we leave you in style as always. Our home girl, our very own, award-winning Alyssa Joseph, who waiting for results today, but she says all good. You see when you hit it out the park, you could be comfortable like this.
Right,
you could be calm. You could be calm, all right? See you next week, TNT. Let's take in the music. Kingdom Daughter.
You know that you're beautifully, wonderfully made, yeah. When God looks down from heaven, He won't change a thing, no. You were created by the Almighty, yeah. Girl, you're so awesome. He's made you so awesome. All kingdom daughters, He's made you with honor. Special request from Father God, because He wants you to know that you're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. You're blessed and highly favored. So blessed and highly favored. Kingdom daughter.
Morning Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.